Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here with the cryptolifer. What an amazing show we have planned for you on the weekly candle close. Each week is getting more intense. Can you feel the intensity for the weekly candle, baby? I can feel it. Can you feel it? It's getting insane. And it's bumping up. Let's get the lemon in the water. You know we got to stay hydrated every single night. We're about to use a lot of mental power here and energy. Ooh, I just went all over my pants. It really did. Look, it's all over my pants. No lie. Look. All over my pants. Look at it. Everywhere. And there was like a little seed that went somewhere. Well, you know what? You got to put the lemon in the water, baby. Let's stay hydrated together each and every day. I do it for you. I do it for me. I love you all. Let's get into Bitcoin. Let's break down what's happening today. Dude, I got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to go over. We do. You know we do. Let's just start it off early. Sometimes I wait a little too long. I say we get it done right off the bat. Right off the bat. However, I really want to look at Bitcoin. I got some other things going on the smaller timeline right now that are a big deal here. We're going to close this group. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time here on this Sunday night for Bitcoin. Look at his walled muscles. Oh, my God. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Oh, my neck, man. My neck's just too big, man. It's popping on my shirt. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for the neck compliments. Shout out to Gina Bombina. Shout out to you, Lovey. Hey, Lovey. Hey, lovies. You're so sweet. I love that we have beautiful ladies here saying hey, lovies to everybody. It's so nice. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. My neck and my back. My neck. My back. My neck and my leg. Livers worldwide for the weekly. The what? Shout out to everybody here for Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here on the weekly candle close for Bitcoin. We had some help there. I was wondering where that other tune was coming from. Came from the background there. It was my daughter helping out her daddy. She could feel me winded. She was like, Daddy's winded. I got to help my daddy out. So look, Bitcoin broke above the 200-day weekly, bounced back off the 200, and made a close. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close, shall we? Let's break it down. Something happened to the audio. I thought your voice got higher. That was awesome. The little lifer. That was amazing. No, it was awesome. So let's take a look. That was epic. That's never happened. So look, we opened at, oh my gosh, man. This is crazy. All right, so we opened at 23,179. The high was 25,045. We did go to 25K, everybody. The low was 26,675.92 cents. And the close was 24,314. That's a beautiful close for Bitcoin, up $1,132.40, up 4.88% for Bitcoin on the week. All right, and we get ready for the Bitcoin. Why do we do the weekly? We look at the Dow down 72 points. Let's take a look at the S&P. Should be down 5 or 6 if the Dow's down 72. We'll take a look at the S&P down 9.8%. 9.8 points, not percent. But that's not a good look there for the S&P. Let's take a look at the S&P right now in the daily time frame. It's in a rising wedge. Resistance. It's at its next. It got through this resistance, which is great. And it was also a point of control. See the POC below it there. It's a really good sign. I like that. I'm seeing that. But we now have to come down and bounce or do something because the daily's very overbought. Okay? The 4 hours also looping and pretty high here. So just looks like we may have a cool down for Bitcoin and the rest of the market because the S&P, to me, needs to at least make a bit of a flag here before it can continue to pump to the upside if that isn't even in the cards. We'll go step by step, but this is what we have to see. Looks like the daily needs to reset. The 4 hour may need to reset. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour is also pushing to the downside. 15-minute is oversold. Could get a bit of a bounce. We are at a resistance point for the S&P at 4270. We need to break back above that to continue the bullishness. That's our next resistance that we must break above. You're either kind of on your way up, going sideways, or on your way down. So right now we want to see some sideways action instead of downward action. Sideways would be more bullish for the S&P if we could get that into tomorrow. But right now it's, we are looking at the S&P. And look, what I also see here on the 1 hour time frame. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. Bearish divergence. So we have bearish divergence now confirmed here on the S&P. Says we will have a little bit of a pullback. So that would also affect Bitcoin. So it would expect that Bitcoin would not be able to pump too hard off of this news. So right now the S&P looks bearish into tomorrow. So it's saying that a short would be probably the best thing to do. But we never know. We will see. Okay. So that's something on our radar right off the bat. All right. I have $75K on the sideline to invest, but my girlfriend thinks I'm crazy to put it into crypto. You got to do whatever makes you happy, man. No one can tell you what to do, AFK loading a bowl, baby. AFK cooking. Oh, I thought he meant loading a bowl like it's making a bowl inside of the charts. That's the only thing I see about it, making a bowl in the charts, making rounded bottoms, cups and bowls. cryptolifer give me a one-time offer on Discord to join him on his account and invest in Bitcoin. I would never, ever do that. I would never give you a one-time offer to invest in Bitcoin with me. I would never do that. That is a scam or some type of impersonator. All right, so get away from them. That is so shady. All right. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly and see what the health of the weekly could bring. All right. So we talked about the weekly when everyone was bearish. We said we're likely going to get a bit of a pushback, and we got back above the 200. The yellow, the 200 on the weekly. As long as we stay above this, everything will be fine. I would block that guy. Yeah, right. Plus 100 for the lifer. Shout out to Curtis Neal. Shrimp grow is the new squid grow. Oh, come on. None of that. Nah, Misto, we on the grind. Not necessary. Shout out to everybody here. How many people we got on the live? 523 people. 223 likes. Can we get those 300 people? 301 people exactly to jump on in. I did the math pretty fast. You got to give me credit for that. Can I get 301 people to jump on in? They're asking me to hit an ad right now. I'm not going to hit it. So if you send it in super chats, if you send in the support, then I won't have to hit these ads for the money. I'll get my money direct from each and every one of you. Appreciate you all for being here. 500 people on the live. How do we lose 20 people real quick? That's crazy. We had 522 people. That's weird. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I was like, that's weird. So look, $24,264 for Bitcoin, and it did break above, and it was a nice bounce. Last week it was shady. Things didn't look so good. We got back above. We have a bit of, I'd say a support zone here. A little bit of a support zone there on the weekly. Nothing big. But, a bit of liquidity here. That could bounce us back to the upside. So, something to think about. Now, the weekly. It's in a rising wedge. Some say a bear flag. I'm open-minded. And we could definitely break to the downside here and dump all the way back to 11,500. So, don't be surprised if we take a turn for the worst. Things start to dump and we just take a nasty dump to the downside. All right? Very possible. However, why I believe that's maybe unlikely is because we had a POC here, which is a high volume node. And in my studies, when we break one, we usually get to the next one, at least to here or back up to here. Sorry. And back up to there. See? So, and if we go to the daily makes it more apparent. Oh, I got an eye itch. You ever have an eye itch? My eye is itching. Descending triangle on Bitcoin to the 15-minute. Lifer, 2022 Bitcoin replaces legal currency and the world begins to heal. That'd be awesome. Shrimp turning whales into this market. No more. I'm not talking about it. Don't do it again. I'm going to block them now. Enough is enough. I'm done. I don't want to hear about meme coins during this for all night long. I have no allergies at all. Lifer, if you have the same time, can we look at BOOKMAP? Much appreciated. Thank you so much. No, 13K Bitcoin. 17.5 was the bottom. Or is that 10 to 12K possible? I believe anything is possible at any given moment in time. In any situation. So I'm open-minded to everything in life at any moment. Just block any miscreant. I know. For sure. 3-hour egg madness. This is the funniest dude ever. 3-hour. I mean, you're hilarious. Any shrimp get the 3-hour egg madness. It's so funny, man. I love y'all. Y'all know me. Y'all have the same person. I guess you have the same sense of humor as me. Not personality, but the sense of humor. You people are funny. Make me laugh. So look, the weekly. Every time the weekly gets closer above the dotted line, it's usually not the best look. However, the weekly got high here. And all we did was a little bitty dip until we continued to the upside. So we could just do a little pullback and dip. Anything is possible. All right? I just want you to understand that. Even go sideways or even here. Look at this. Sorry. If you study the weekly, right? Here we were high in the stochastics. And look, we would just go sideways in a flag and we would pump. Not saying we're going to. And we would come down, though, at least from 28,000 to 16K. I mean, that was a pretty bad drop, actually. So, I mean, every time the weekly gets high, it does worry me. I'll be honest. It's not the best look. What happened there? What happened there? Anyway, not the best look. So, look. Not the best look, so look. So, check this out. We really have no resistance here, though, until we get up here. This wick right there is the first place that I would say we would have some trouble for Bitcoin. And this kind of area here in that liquidity zone right there sticking out. See? It's likely we head to this liquidity zone. At least to this one. Because we broke through this one. You see what I'm saying? But nothing is guaranteed. And the weekly is very overbought. However, the 2-week is just getting started. And that usually is where the beginning begins. So, and we double bottomed already. And we have some hidden bullish divergence on the 2-week that no one really is talking about but me. And I was the only one really talking about hidden bullish divergence here. There was swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. No one talked about it there. Here we have swing up to swing up, but swing down on the RSI. See this? Even if you kind of do that. So that's hidden bullish. Tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm pointing out the hidden bullish. So, you know, weeks from now, months from now, it all played out. We'll be like, well, there was some hidden bullish, wasn't there? MACD is attempting to turn back to the upside on the 2-week too. So, yes, the weekly it doesn't look that great, but the weekly has some movement. So there could be some movement on the weekly. So I'm keeping the weekly on the radar here and the 2-week. But I also, you know, you have to take heed. Another thing is every time the weekly was high here, look, high here, we had major dumps, but the weekly RSI is the lowest it's ever been now. You see that? Every time the RSI has been low, it's been a bit of a bottom. And that's the lowest I've ever seen it on the weekly, kind of saying that that was a bottom. So if we pull back, I say we go slightly down, or we could even pump from here. Hey, don't believe me, but this could pump up, go sideways, and you could see major action out of that. I've seen it happen in my life. So you gotta be open-minded. You gotta take a deep breath. Like right here, look. The weekly was right where we are now. Look at this. Right there. And what would happen? The weekly would go sideways and then pump into gosh knows you name what. So everyone that says, oh, but the weekly's high. Yes, it is. But we're going to have to take this one level at a time because there's anomalies in the weekly that a beginner may completely miss. And then I'm trying to point out to you, right there, look, the weekly was exactly in the same place. Who says it wasn't? Wasn't the weekly in the same place? Anyone out there? Can anyone agree with me that the weekly was technically in the exact same location here? Coming up above the dotted line, curving. We could even back it up a little bit. So we'll double click and we'll look at it. Right there, it was coming up above the dotted line, started a curve. And we'll put a line where this weekly is now. Right there, a cross line. So the weekly was like right here. See what I'm saying? It was coming up. And so there it was. And if you go back in time with the replay tool, we use just a little bit of. So everyone would have been like, one of the stories, everyone like, that's horrible, weekly's high, right? And let's look at price action. And I'm like, what a fake out. Bitcoin's probably not going to go above 20K. See? Everyone was like, oh, the weekly's done. We're cooked. And everyone got bearish. Everyone that didn't have an open mind, anyone that couldn't look at smaller time frames, also look at the 2-week chart when that was doing it. The 2-week chart was also high. So, see what I'm saying? So you can be like, well, what, it Stokes out the window? No, but there's anomalies when there's heavy price action coming at you. So look, you play this, the weekly would eventually just continue to pump through the RSI. Wouldn't matter. Look at the insane price action there. Now, during that time, the daily was showing you how to trade this from the lows. And so trading the daily would have had you. So you got to be careful listening to all your YouTubers who are like, the weekly's high, we're going to dump. It could dump. I'm going to give you see, the thing is, another YouTuber or another trader will show you the same thing, and they could show you the same technical analysis, right? But me, I'm extremely open-minded, and my brain is different. And it's about having a different brain. No, I'm serious. You want to look at things differently than other people. If you look at them differently than other people, you should be able to gain an edge. You see what I'm saying? Over time. Over time. Okay? So the more open-minded you are, the better of an edge you're going to have. So stick with me. We're going to take this one step at a time, and we're going to find our way through Bitcoin. Trust me. I found the bottom before. I will find the bottom again if we didn't find it already together. We did buy a lot down there. So the weekly is high. But I feel like I've addressed the idea. Did everyone feel like I addressed the fact that the weekly's high? And so, yes, we do have to be careful. We do have to assume that anything is possible, and we do have to be ready for anything. Okay? But at the same time, I want to show you that, it's not the end of all ends. And we need it, but, we got to be careful. What I don't like is the S&P. S&P doesn't look healthy. Live, I see him amassing ascending triangle on the 45-minute, taking us to 26.9 to the dollar, which is the Luna crash low and is always the macro 6.5 fib from the COVID lows to the all-time highs. Anything is possible, Lane. Sorry if I missed you. Shout out to Gina, Bob, Bina in the house. Was that theoretical? Yes, I feel that way too. Good morning. How could you find the hidden bullish patterns in the hidden bullish divergences? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Wayne Dyer, I love it. Shout out to David Hagen. Love you, brother. You use neurodivergence. We're born for trading. Us neurodivergence, we're born for trading. Shout out to Emery Thompson. We were. Wait, put that song back on. I'm trying to Shazam that. Hey, I'm cooking, so I'm out for 10 minutes. Gina, what are you cooking? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. 516 people, 331 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? Thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. So, we could dump. Measured move would take us to 11,000. That's on the table. If you're not ready for 10K, you got to leave the stream. I'm sorry. I don't want anyone to leave the stream. I love you all. So, I'm sure you're all ready for 10K. I didn't even want to say that because I don't want anyone to leave the stream. What I mean, though, is you got to be ready for 10K. I'm not guaranteeing we're going there. I'm not saying we're going there. I just want you to know that you got to be ready for it. If you're not ready for 10K, then you're not ready for crypto. This is not the space for you. Okay? If you're ready for 10K, then this is the space for you. And I'm not saying we're guaranteed to go there. I'm just saying you got to be ready. Now, I have a card right here. I have a card here in my hand. I'm going to give it away. It is a sports card. It's a baseball card. If anyone can guess the baseball card, they're going to win a free month in the trading group and access to the beginner's course. So now this card is close to not my heart really, and maybe not really close to people's hearts, maybe outside of their hearts. I don't know exactly, but it is a poignant card in history. I'll tell you, the sport is baseball. All right. What card am I holding? What baseball card am I holding in my hand? It was sent to me by a lifer. What baseball card am I holding in my hand right now? Wouldn't you want to know? Whoever gets it right and is not already a lifer can win a free month and access to the trading course. Bang, bang, bang. Let's see here. Wow, we got a lot of responses coming in really fast. Let's take a look here. Red Sox, Roger Clemens, Nolan Ryan. I think it started with Sammy Sosa. That was the first one here. Merry Christmas. Nolan Ryan, Pete Rose, Cal Ripken, Mickey Mantle rookie, Babe Ruth, Nolan Ryan, Wade Boggs, Pete Rose, Boston Red Sox, Manny Ramirez. That would be awesome. Bitcoin going to 5K. You never know. 86 Wade Boggs. That was a good guess. Wade Boggs rookie card. I think I've shown that before, so that was a good guess. Jackie Robinson, David Ortiz, Buck Nasty with Bill Buckner. How did you get it, dude? How did you get Bill Buckner? He did it. He did it. Was he the only one? I think he was the only one. Yeah, Babe Ruth, Big Bobby, Pedro. Yep. Dude, Buck Nasty. Oh, no. Big Wick Energy. Billy Buckner. He had it first. Oh, man. Billy Buckner. How did you know I had Bill Buckner? Let's make sure he's the one. Barry Bonds, Pete Rose, Derek Jeter, Roger Clemens. A lot of Pete Roses in there. Yeah, I believe it was Big Wig Energy with Billy Buckner. He had it, dude. Bill Buckner. The guy who ruined the 86 World Series for the Red Sox. Bill Buckner. Shout out to my man. You just won a month in the trading group and free access to the trading course. Buck Nasty. I love you. Shout out to you and yours, man. Billy Buckner. And he wins, man. The man wins. Wow. Who would have thought, man? Bill Buckner. What a name for a Red Sox guy to have, right? Boston, baby. And the runner-up who said Bill Buckner, you get into the class. We'll throw you into the class. So you get into the class, too. I got it, too. Big Wig Energy, my man. Unreal. Red Sox fans hate Roger Clemens. Now we do. After you went to the Yankees. 100X longs coming at 10K. Buckner, right? So crazy it was Billy Buckner. All right, shout out to everybody here. We're going to take a look at BOOKMAP and see what's up with the liquidity here on a Sunday night. Heavy volatility on a Sunday night into Monday morning. And you can see a lot of buys here. They want to take us back down to 24,000. Not much lower than that, though. A lot of buys at 24K. So seems like they're going to defend 24,000 with about 1,000 to 1,200 Bitcoins right here. So huge buy orders here at 24K. Interesting for Bitcoin. I don't like the S&P, though. S&P is going to have to do something miraculous on the 15-minute to really save the day. All right. So that's what we're looking at on the weekly time frame. I just want to make that clear. However, rising wedges do break out parabolically. And if this breaks out, it'll start a breakout of this falling wedge. 68% chance you're going to have a break to the upside. Measured move would be the length of this pole out of this move here. Now it'll take Bitcoin back to about $61,000. So we do have a 68% chance that Bitcoin breaks back to 68,000 because this is a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. All right. So that's just simple stuff. All right. On the radar in case no one really wants to put that out. All right. Sammy Sosa. That was the one. All right, so we took care of the weekly chart. Let's take a look at the daily right now. Shout out to Infinite Crypto. Shout out to my man, Brad. Brad, we love you. So glad we met on ATB. My first time on one of your lives, and it's fantastic, Sam. Shout out to Brad, man. Brad, we love you. Check out Brad's channel at Infinite Crypto, everybody. This guy is a real one. You won't find a guy. He's ready to go on the front lines. I can feel it in his voice. I can feel it in his energy. I can feel it in the way he talked to the youth, man. He is going to change the world with the way he thinks. Shout out to my man, Infinite Crypto. If I can type, because I'm usually bad at typing quick. But Infinite Crypto, I'm going to subscribe. I should have already. I'm going to hit that bell for notification. All, baby. And check him out, man. He's out there every day grinding. This is him right here, full-length TikTok. Look at his videos, and he's putting out good information every single day. Let's hear his voice here if we can.
Lucky day. This is Brad Varnell.
'Cause I always have streaming issues when I'm streaming myself. The input output, they're downstairs.
Democrats proving.
Ready?
Democrats.
Today is your lucky day. This is Brad Varnell.
Anyway, that's Brad right there, everyone. Shout out to Brad Varnell in the house. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat, man. Much respect to you and yours. That's very, very nice of you to respect me and send that to the channel. You're the man, dude. Let's keep it moving. Let's get back into Bitcoin here. So I like with the daily. I don't like it now. Daily's overbought. I'm telling you that it's cooked. I mean, every time we got here on the daily, we did have some trouble. Fall back, fall back, fall back. They've been small and they've been slow in between. And again, there's daily anomalies on the stochastic. Let me show you. Here, we were super overbought on the daily right here. But what would we do? We do a little bit dip here. Then we got overbought right here on the daily. We're right where we are now. High on the daily, right? But we would continue to the upside. That's an anomaly right there on the stochastics RSI. See it? These are called stochastics RSI anomalies. You're high on the daily. You normally would come down. But you just do a small little pullback and pump to the upside and continue to rip. So I've seen it happen. I joined the trading group and I'm loving it. What are your thoughts on how much of the Ethereum merge effect is pumping the market? Or is it the combination of other factors as well? I believe it's the soft dovishness on inflation, which pumped the S&P. It's the S&P 500. It's the ES1, man. You can see every time I call bullish on the S&P, Bitcoin follows so far. So it's continuing to be the world markets. They're dovish. They put out a 700 billion bill. They're going to have to start printing money. That money trickles back into the hands of the rich, trickles back into the banks, and they do what? They buy stocks with it. The money, even if they say it's going to this or going to that, it eventually falls into Nancy Pelosi's hands, and she pumps the stock market, doesn't she? So at the end of the day, the whole point of the story is money is flowing back into the market. Big old Uncle Sam is buying stocks again. They're money print to go $700 billion bill. What do you think is going to happen? So that created a bit of a spin. And, the work numbers were better, CPI a little, So we had a little bit of bullishness and dovishness by the Fed. I believe in September, they'll come back with a basis point. We only have a few more weeks until they bang on us again. So just, enjoy these times while you can. Enjoy these times while you can. So, yeah, I think it was a mix of a few things. Thank you for that super chat. Much respect to you again. Thank you so much for Brad coming through with the $20 super chat, man. Thank you so much for coming to the live. Come back, man. We love you. So, yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. So, look, we are high on the daily. However, there's been anomalies here. But most of the time, majority of the time, when you're this high, you're overbought on the daily time frame. However, if you look at the daily, let's take a look here at what's occurred in the last few days. We had resistance here that turned into support, and that's an SR flip for the daily. So we are above a POC right now. So right now we have support at 23,800 for Bitcoin. Right off the bat, until that breaks, that support. This was an ascending triangle that broke to the upside on the daily. Look at it. Clear as day. You can see that, right? I mean, that has a measured move to about 26,356. So the daily could still, could do a little small dip here and just continue to the upside, make a little bit. It could even stay in a flag. This could be a bit of a side cup and handle and pump. However, we don't want to break this trend. See this upward trend? You break this. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges do break down 68% of the time. So a good trader is going to give you the bullish and the bearish scenario. Then at the smaller time frames, I'm going to make what I believe is going to happen on the smaller time frames. But this would break all the way back down to the beginning of the wedge. This is just technical analysis 101. And that could take you to 19,500. So do not be, always be ready for the bearish thing. Always have a stop loss. Always think it could happen and be pleasantly surprised if it doesn't. All right. Infinite Crypto, really, really cool of you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. Bang, bang, bang. So I'm looking at this. This could be a flag here. This does have to reset, or we could have a major dump on the daily. We really could. So we're going to take it level by level. The 4-hour will break first. We'll get a bearish retest. Smaller time frames will confirm the bearishness. Then we'll take it down. Then we'll watch the daily dump, and this will all kind of come into play. So don't worry. We'll be able to kind of show you this shouldn't happen over. Anything is possible, but in likelihood, this wouldn't happen immediately overnight. The drop would begin, and then we would kind of get some angle on it. All right. So look, let's go back to our trend analysis that we were doing too, right off the bat. Annoying. I don't want that. All right, check it out. So we had our low. We have a high. We have a higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Bitcoin just must put in a higher low. That's it. And as long as the low is higher than this low, we are good to go. We are good to go. So remember, this is the bigger channel that I've been drawing. We're still in that. And then this is the second channel that I began to draw, which you could say we broke out of. All right. And then thirdly, I had another one here that I've been working on. And that's this one right here. You can almost say we broke out twice. See that? Fake out. Fake out, broke back into the pattern. Both times was a fake out. Bull trap, you know? That's a double top breakdown, but you can almost say the double top did hit the move, okay? 4 hours now oversold. Every time we got oversold, we've had a pretty good pump here. Right there, boom. Right there, boom. Right there, boom. And we're getting below the dotted line again. And if the bears had so much machismo in them, why? That's all they had? Like, that's all they could do? You know, for us to get to the relative strength of where we should be low again. Also, if you look at the RSI, I like to trade it when it's in a bullish pattern, and it's forming a bit of a bullish pattern here. See this? Bit of a bull pennant there for the RSI. MACD has lack of momentum. It's a pretty small bearish hill there. Where are the bears? So the bears seem to be lacking momentum, in my humble opinion, right? They don't seem to have it. You can almost say this was a retest here of this. Look, this broke out, retested, broke out again, and it kind of bouncing. Resistance, resistance, SR flip right there, right? So I'm being open-minded with this idea. And then we could even kind of channel it if you want, and we could put it in here and say, I mean, it's just in a rising wedge. It's a scary pattern. It would have to break out like violently, you know, to the upside. The measured move would take you to 26,800, the same place we talked about before, which is interesting, right? So right now the 4 hour is low and oversold on the stochastic, in a pretty good place on the RSI with a flip and lacking bearish momentum on the MACD. Volume starting to fall down with falling price. Could get a bit of a reversal here. Shout out to Jesse Williams for the $10 super chat. Jesse, much respect to you and yours. Thank you so much for coming on in. EGLD has bullish div on the 4 hour. About to bang on them. The like button isn't for everybody, only for the sexy people. Hey, I should go hit that then, I guess. Where is that? Really? For the sexy people? I gotta go hit that like button now. I mean, I'm gonna be one of the sexy people for sure. Really? For the sexy people? Oh, that guy's sexy. 394, I'm one of the sexy people, baby. I did it. Thank you. Thank you. So look, we gotta hold this level. Let's take a look at my bigger channel here that I've been talking on Binance. So I have this drawn here. On the 1 hour, it looks better. Looked fancy on the 1 hour, see? And I had it here earlier today, and I was hoping that would hold. It fell, but I had my next level of liquidity, which was resistance, and that's why I had my green bar. And then when it came in, I said Bitcoin would have to hold the green bar, and I updated my group. Dude, I update my group all day long. If you're in the trading group, I'd never let you down. Look at this. I put out a Bitcoin update this morning that everybody saw, right? The big one right here. Working hard, even on a Sunday, man. Most people they would call Sunday out. They'd be like, guys, give me a day off once a week. I'd take a day off. And you know what? Most people will probably be cool with it. And they'd be like, all right, Lifer's taking the day off, but you know what? He's here 6 days a week. But I don't do it. I work every single day of the week, and I don't take it off. I don't. 15-minute bearish retest of the POC, and I showed you right here. We had that, and it came there and bounced down. And I said, man, this green area should hold. And I'm posting this at 2 o'clock just to keep everyone, you know, so I don't disappear, right? I'm updating you. Look, I'm seeing if 24,200 can hold here. Okay. This looks like a bear trap to me, but we'll take it level by level, right? So far, the bulls defended 24K. The 4 hours getting oversold, and we have a higher low still. Remember, Sunday night into Monday is heavy volatility. Always be cautious. So I'm taking you through the day. Love went nuclear. We'll look at that in a second. In our alt, we're going to do alts probably in the last half of the show. We just do alts the whole time. Looking for a bounce here off the green zone. See right here? And we ended up getting it. Right? Then I'm saying there's some exaggerated bullish divergence. And then I'm saying this is probably the level we're going to drop to. And then this is exaggerated bullish divergence. We're going to talk about that in a second. I'll show you what that means on the 15. And then some things that hit, TRVL hit for gains. That was in an inverted head and shoulder. We'll talk about that in a second. CELR hit for beautiful gains. Tori goes over it, and I even said possible retest there. It bounced right there and banged on you for massive gains. Nice move. PBX banged Paribus. Not huge, but it made gains, and we talked about it for the last few days over and over again. And Fear was the winner of the day. It was in a bit of a cup and handle. Never hit the stop loss. Fear. No stop loss get hit in the making of that Fear trade. We'll talk about Fear. Bang, bang, bang. Look at Fear. Making a huge move. So, gains still pouring in for the lifers. Holding the zone. Channel looking good. Wouldn't be surprised if we pump back to the upside. At least hit resistance here for the 4 hour and the 1 hour. The 2 hour also looking very bullish. The 1 hour looking very bullish for Bitcoin. All right. Even the 15-minute pushing to the upside, and we're looking for bullish divergence on the 15. And let me show you what this is here. This is flat. See right there, that's pretty much flat. But if we go here, this is to the upside. I'm going to teach you that is exaggerated bullish divergence. You probably never have heard it before, right? How many people here have heard exaggerated bullish divergence? Exaggerated bullish divergence. But is showing some exaggerated bullish divergence. See this? What is exaggerated divergence? The easiest way to do this is just type in divergence cheat sheet, all right? Which I will show you and you can use. We'll look divergence cheat sheet here, and you hit images. So simple. Click in one of the first things you can see here, and look, if we go to the big image here, if we view the file, they make it big for us. Yeah, exaggerated. Price action is flat, but RSI is moving to the upside. Exaggerated bullish divergence. If we look here, price action is flat, but the RSI is moving to the upside. Exaggerated bullish divergence. Also, there's a bit of a double bottom here on the 15-minute time frame. It's almost a triple bottom, but look, bottom, and then that made a double bottom, but that's a double bottom. Bump, bump. Measured move is back above this POC, and it breaks you through this falling wedge. Falling wedge should break up 68% of the time. It did just break out the falling wedge. And it's got a momentum on the 15 and momentum on the 1 hour. So it's telling me that Bitcoin's about to pop back to the upside, at least to the top of the triangle here at 24,900. Look for whatever alt looks bullish tonight to probably complete the move just for now. But that's like, and then tomorrow we start to go sideways. Can we decouple? Could the S&P go sideways? Now, the S&P doesn't have to be bearish. It could go sideways and complete the moves here, so it's not horrible. So what would break this whole idea here? Well, if Bitcoin can't get above this POC. So if you see the 15-minute boom back up here, and we don't get above this level here, short it, it's likely the 50-minute will dump on you, and it will change tune. So Bitcoin must break back above 24,500 to remain bullish, in my humble opinion. So the bulls must take this level back. Bulls must take 24,500 back to remain bullish. And I'm going to keep that. That's a clear statement. So remember that. Bulls must take back 24,500 to remain bullish. If we do not do that, it would probably be a pretty nice short. Okay? Also, the S&P is not looking too good. So it's just in the back of my mind that it's just not in the strongest place right now. So that's something that you have to think about. All right. Bitcoin must break back. Bulls must take back 24,500 to remain bullish for Bitcoin. All right. Remember that. Important. We just got a little bit of a short squeeze right there. 14,000. 2 accounts liquidated. Real quick on Binance futures. They're trying to crawl up. However, there's so much more liquidity down here than up here. I'd be surprised we get to 24,750. However, the 1 hour suggests that we will, and so does the 15-minute. But we will see. So right now I'm bullish on Bitcoin back to the top of the pattern as it defended this area. But anything is possible. We could bear flag this and dump. Some could be calling this like a bit of a flag here that could dump to the downside. I'm bullish and bearish at the same time. It's all about support and resistance. You must break above certain areas of, whatever was your previous resistance, now you must get above it. Look, bounce, bounce, bounce. You can see, so that was support. See, Now that's going to be resistance. So Bitcoin must get back above 24,350, 400, and then it must get, and then you have a POC sticking out here with a red line on your VPVR. So you got to get above here, 24,500 to remain bullish. It's just that simple. If you get there and you don't get above it, it's obviously going to be a short. So the 15-minute stochastics and the 1-hour stochastics RSI will set you free. They usually will get rejected when they turn at a resistance, or they'll hit a support and they'll bounce back up. They like to bounce together with support and resistance. If you use support and resistance with stochastics RSI, it'll change the way you trade for the rest of your life. I'm telling you right now. And it's a simple way to trade. You just keep doing the same thing, and over and over again, you'll start keeping these prerequisites. We get up to here now. Like, for instance, everyone that says Bitcoin's going to 27K, that's great. But Bitcoin must break above this level here, 26,000, 24,600 before anything happens. It's got to get off 24,500 before it gets to 24,600. So, like, level by level for Bitcoin. I like the shape that we're in. I like the ascending triangle. However, remember, these ascending triangles are 50-50. They could break up or down. Either way, 50-50 shot. So, it's on my radar. So, where could we go? Let's leave you with an official idea here for BTC. So, where's my first measured move? Comes from this length of this pole here. All right, because this is still a triangle technically that broke out. We're riding the top of it, and that has a measured move all the way to $28,000. All right, so that's the first thing off the bat. That's dreaming right now. We'd have to get above my resistance. There's a lot that has to happen before that, but I'm just showing you that is the measured move of this bigger pattern here. Let me draw it for a second so you can see which one I mean. This one here. See this one? Hold on. I'll highlight it. I just want to make sure everyone's with me. This pattern right here. Technically, we broke out of it, and it has a measured move. All right. Now we're going to review this pattern here. All right. And I'm telling you, if there's a pattern, I'm going to find it, identify it, start working with it, and start using it to my advantage quicker than anyone else in the market. They call me Six Gun Sammy. The fastest gun in the West. That's back to that POC right there. You can see it. So look, you would take the length of this pole for your next measured move, or the length of the base of the triangle. So we in fact break out. This is getting to $26,222. $26,222. Never clone alone, but you can right click it. You can clone this. Never clone alone. Don't play yourself. That would take you right back to this liquidity zone that I have labeled, which isn't even that bad. We were just there at 23,370. All right, so we break to the downside, 23,370. We break to the upside, 26,300. I'll let you know by going level by level. If we defend this level tonight and we start moving to the upside, this pattern is still intact, then we can believe that the bigger channel is intact, but anything is possible. We'll go from there. Look, some more shorts just got liquidated. So they're trying their luck here, and that's a bit of a flag there on this is like a 1 second time frame, but that's a bit of a flag that could pump to the upside too as well. Bitcoin consolidating it at 24,360. Let's look at the 7 minute. 7 minutes overbought, not a good sign. It's been kind of controlling the gambit recently. Tells me that it's likely it's inside of this. This is a bear flag too now. See this? So I know I got a lot going on. It's hard for you to see. I left this out just because the channel looks a lot more complete. You see? You lift that out, you have really nothing to go on. But see this right here? And this is why I look at these on, like, I go to like another time frame, or I go to another chart on another coin, you know. And we're kind of in this like bullish rectangle or something, you know. It's try to make sense of these. Gotta say, it's like a bullish rectangle, a bearish rectangle. We begin to dump. That'll take us to about 23,900. All right. So, And it's kind of like a shoulder, a bit of a head, a shoulder. I mean, it is a double bottom there too, though. Some mixed signals for Bitcoin on a Sunday night. Again, Sunday night into Monday is the hardest time to trade. It's most volatile. Scam wicks, up and down price action. They'll dump you, they'll pump you. A lot of stuff will happen. You'll see the craziest stuff happen on a Sunday night into Monday, you know. So you could also say, look, we fell out of the pattern here. You know, there's other ways to think about it. That's why I'm open-minded. And some people don't like that. They're like, you draw 10 patterns. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm always ready for anything. It's a lot of, you know, that's how you gotta be. You gotta be like that. You can't get, you know, the old me would have drawn one and told you, oh, this is all I see. Go look at my charts. Go look at my show from a year or two ago. I was not half as aware as I am now, you know. So it is what it is. So I showed you the levels Bitcoin must get back above. We talked about it in depth. So we're gonna watch. You can watch the 7-minute. It's about to come on down. You just want it to retest. You do not want to see this level break, right? So the 7-minute will actually tell you whether you're gonna break. You know, you'll come down and you'll just keep dumping, or you'll bounce when the stochastics get low. 7 minutes is a really good time frame to figure out where we're going. 15-minute has momentum, and it's attempting to pump to the upside. It did double bottom here, and it is in a bit of a W, as we talked about. Like this, which a measured move to here, which would break you through this resistance. All right. 24,400 Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump here. And look, a short squeeze is kicking it. That's a short squeeze right now, 60,000, 44,000. The shorts are getting squeezed, 14,000, about, you know, 70K in shorts are getting liquidated right now as we speak. We still have major resistance at 24,500. We don't get above it, it doesn't matter. You get it? Now you're with it. Now you start figuring, now you get what I'm saying. Now you're like, I get what the lifer was saying. So I know I got a lot of work here, and it may be somewhat confusing. But if you take a deep breath, I'll break it down nice and slow for you. This falling wedge needs to break back to the upside 68% of the time. All right. We readjust this pattern. We're at the bottom. However, if the 7-minute breaks that level, it's going to drop to this area. If we break this area, which is my green area, 24,100, we're likely to come back to this area here at 23,300. We break that, we're likely to challenge 22,008, and from there, I'll be able to update you again in my trading group, unless it's a major, insane dump and things get out of control. But for the most part, those are going to be our levels to watch. All right. We would love it if this upward momentum channel here stayed, this higher low completed, and we made a move to a higher high out of the channel. It'd be great if we actually made the move out on the next 4-hour candle. So what we're looking for is the next 4-hour momentumous move, but we're looking for when the 4-hour moves back to the upside and this stochastics moves up, that we move up with it. All right. And then we're looking to break this high. If we don't break this high, we're just going to come down and we could get tighter and tighter, and then we could still dump. So that's Bitcoin for the next couple of days, really, or for at least for the next 24 to 36 hours. This is kind of what we're dealing with, and it's going to tell us what it wants to do. Tonight, the 7-minute may dump on us, break us out of this channel, and then this whole idea will be nil, because this will be, and then I'll be looking at a new pattern and something different tomorrow. This comes up and comes up here, then this pattern's still intact. We're going to forget that channel and everything's different. So in the next 3 to 4 hours, things will change, and I'll be able to reassess the situation, right? I'll be honest, from what I'm seeing, I don't like the S&P. It's giving me some probabilities of an issue this week, for sure, for Bitcoin. But I'll take it one step at a time, and that's my skill, really. My skill set is to take this one step at a time. And that's really what it comes down to. I think that's why people like this channel, because we don't freak out. We don't make drastic, crazy, moves. We just look at the TA the way the TA is supposed to be looked at, and we go nice and easy, right? Right now, the 7 minutes overbought. It's likely you don't continue to pump here. It's just, unless you get an insane short squeeze. So it would have to get pinned, and we get and there is one starting somewhat here with 50,000 in liquidations, 40,000, even a little long squeeze there. But now you see 3 liquidations there, right at that level. I hope there's more people shorting with stop losses here that could get eaten alive. You can see BOOKMAP has way more liquidity down at 24,000 than it does up here. So I don't know how it's going to get to 24,750. It just doesn't make any sense, but I'm open-minded. That's resistance right there, because you can see we were already right there before. And it is Sunday night into Monday. It should be tough. It shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't be one of those like, oh, it should be one of those days where Bitcoin's just like, well, you know. So another bullish sign is, could the 7-minute come and retest right here? POC and the top of the trend. Boom. That might be a nice entry for coins at 24,000, you know, 250. No, is it 79? Yeah, 24,250 area. So, watch the 7-minute. It'll confirm or deny whether we want to break to the downside and lose this liquidity zone. And then the 50-minute and the 1 hour want to pump, and the 4 hours looking good to me too. So, another thing that I'm seeing is a slanted, drunken, inverted. Got a shoulder, got a bit of a head, you got a right shoulder. That's an inverted, drunken head and shoulder. Drunken, inverted head and shoulder that could break to the upside measured move. Would take you out of the shoulder here, back to this exact resistance at 24,600. All right, so that's on the radar too as well. 68% chance that can break out, and the falling wedge and the exaggerated bullish divergence. So you had the divergence with the falling wedge, usually when you get the move. So I am seeing some bullishness, but I don't jump the gun. Certain levels have to be broken first for the bulls to be, you know. And again, if we don't break above 24,500, then we're not bullish. You see? So I just broke down our road to bullishness, but I'm open-minded to anything happening, and we're going to take it one step at a time. What I'd love to happen, you know, is for this channel to come up, come tight, and break on out and hit 27, 28K, right? But in a perfect world, we're going to take it step by step. So I don't really think I can go over Bitcoin much more. Went over the weekly, went over the 2-week, talked about the daily, right? The anomalies on the daily. So even though it's high, right? Showed you the possible measured moves back down to 17,000, 19,000, right? Showed that we could be in a rising wedge. Showed you two different scenarios. Showed you another chart. Then came back to my traditional chart. Looked at the 7-minute. Talked about the 7-minute being in a bearish flag, a bearish rectangle. Showed you the ideas of levels that we have to get above or we're bearish. And showed you ideas that we could end up if we're bullish, and level by level that we're going to go for. So there's really not much more I could talk about Bitcoin. And we'll go from there. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. There you have it. We'll go back to the ES1 for a split second here. And they haven't turned the futures on yet. I don't think so, no. Yeah, there they go. They're on now. Okay, so, I mean, what we're hoping for is some miraculous bull flag out of this 15 in the 15-minute to throw some type of Hail Mary here. This would change the game. This would create some bullishness in the morning, and then when we pull back, we'd get above some big areas. It's a bit of an emerging cup and handle. It could do some damage. It's above a POC. But you can see this green line as our next resistance for the S&P. So the 15-minute would have to do some amazing damage. Something amazing. All right. Bitcoin also had some bearish divergence on the 4-hour that I pointed out earlier today when I made the update. So that's something we also have to heed. But the whole market's in a bit of a state of shock. You're kind of watching kind of low movement on a regular night, regular Sunday night. All right. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about the alts that did pop just today alone. Things that we just saw. Travel hit for gains. CELR hit for gains. Let's talk about CELR. Tori goes over CELR every single day on this channel. Shout out to my man, Tori. So we talked about CELR. He gave us this. I put that channel, that pump. But he gave us the bigger channel too on the 4-hour time frame here. Remember? And it started making this ascending move. And then I said possible retest. It came down and bounced off the retest. 32% gains, even more. Yeah. 43% gains for CELR. Then I even put it in this channel. It would come down for that bounce. Bit of a double bottom, but wouldn't stop you out there. And that would continue to the upside to CELR. Making amazing gains. CELR. And we go over CELR almost every single day on the channel. CELR. And really, it has no resistance till it gets all the way. Look at that. Almost has, I mean, it could easily almost get back to its all-time high here on KuCoin. That's interesting. HBAR. It's in a tight channel, came back down on the 4-hour, but now it's low. Look at this. I mean, that's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if HBAR got a bit of a move here to the upside. Rising wedges only break out parabolically, but I mean, you're oversold. Anything is possible. It's definitely high-risk play, but, I mean, when things pump, this is how they pump. And you have to understand, I've seen so much of this 33% gains possibly coming out of HBAR. If you can make the gains, I would put HBAR on the radar. It's been very bullish. People have been buying it up, talking about it's going to be ISO 2022 and all that nonsense in there with XRP and all the big boys. So HBAR has been talked about. I've been hearing a lot about it. It could dump easily right out of the target. Anything could happen. I like how the 200 is getting tight and moving through the bottom of the pattern, though. I like how the 4-hour is pushing to the upside. If Bitcoin dumps, it'll take everything down. If the S&P pumps out of that 15-minute, all these little coins will pump tomorrow too, though. So we are seeing some bullishness just for the small time frame for the S&P 500 on the futures there. HBAR, oversold on the 4-hour. Only trade the 4-hour. That's it. One time frame only. Get in, get out. I would get in, get out. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence for getting into any project, coin, or trade, please. Please, by all means, do not push it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 634 people, 488 likes, $92 in chat revenue. I must have missed a super chat or two. Hold up. Really would like some better music. Got to get it some better music. But wow, I had no idea we had that many people watching on a Sunday night for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. Thank you so much. I respect each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for being here. 491 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. It helps each and every one of us do our thing because people learn when they come to this channel. Then they help other people. Then they teach other people. I could die tomorrow, and we want to create a progressive nature of people that keep helping other people. Help begets help begets help. So if I show up every day, you show up every day, it keeps growing and growing and growing, and then next thing you know, right, we could change the world. So together, let's change the world. Let's get those likes, whatever they are, up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's change the world. We're going to make $10 billion and give away 9, maybe even 50 and give away 42 or 49. All we need is $1 billion for the kids. My kids can have $1 billion. Leave my family with $1 billion. The rest of the world can be happy, right? We don't need to be trillionaires and take over the world like some other people, you know. Let's talk about Paribus PBX. PBS banging on them a little bit. We talked about Paribus yesterday, day before, in this tight channel. Wait for it to come down. It did a little bit on the Stokes, and then boom, to the upside, almost to the target, which is $36.36. It's still up now. Paribus holding 13% gains, but Paribus made nice gains. Anyone that jumped into PBX, and I was talking about how I like Paribus, how it likes to make neck gains. I like to do neck weight. I just hang weight on my neck and I sit there all day just... I pick it up, I put it down. 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 Luxo. Let's take a look at LYXE, which is Luxo. I just like the name Luxo. Just sounds cool. Look at Luxo getting super tight in the channel. That's on my radar. I would not be surprised. Stop loss could be extra deep. 47% gains with a 14% stop loss. Luxo on my radar. And my man Smurverdin, he knows when this thing bangs, it bangs. And the fact that we, went unscathed within a 4-hour, that Bitcoin dump could have been way worse on the 4-hour, and it may be coming for us. Maybe we're not out of the trenches yet. We're going to take it one step at a time and try to pull off the miraculous like we do. Luxo oversold on the 4-hour. This thing has been on my radar the last few days and really didn't dip at all when Bitcoin dipped. So this thing's ready to rock. Hey, Luxo, man. And we put out things that are on my radar every single day here on the channel. We don't hold back. We're nice about it. We could keep it all to ourselves, but we don't. We don't do that. JAR actually boomed, then boomed again. Made a little bit of a mess there. Alice boomed out. Alice is in this tight channel. Let's take a look at Alice. What is Alice? Well, Alice is like a play to earn kind of game in the metaverse idea, you know? And it's consolidating really, really nicely here. Anything could happen. Be careful. If Bitcoin can't get above 24,500, remember. So I'm pointing this out there. If you're a beginner, let's break this down for beginners, because let's talk about how a beginner could get confused, and let's talk about how two different people can interpret the same bit of information, especially that comes from the lifer. So check it out. So I just went over Bitcoin and I talked about all these levels and I went up and down, and I could see a beginner just forget everything I just said, look at Alice and be like, wow, Alice is about to pump. That looks tight. 4 hours low. Get in and then watch it drop. And then be like, man, you know, I thought this was supposed to go up, yada, yada, yada. But watch, Alice could pump here, get some legs, boom, and then watch Bitcoin not get above 24,500. And then Alice is going to stops get hit, trades dump, Bitcoin dumps it up. So you got to be watching Bitcoin, and then once you see Bitcoin is healthy, or you believe there's a probability of healthiness, you take your shot. That's trading. A trader takes their shot. There's no guarantees that you're going to win. There's no guarantees that I'm going to win my trades. And that's why people respect this channel. There's no guarantees that Bitcoin's going to go all the way to the moon, but I show up every day believing it, that 4 or 10 years from now, we're going to be there, baby. And I did it when we were at 3K, that we were going to go to 20K, and we nailed it. And we were at 20K, and we went all the way back to 3K. I believe we were going to go to at least somewhere 60, 70K. We did it. 100K, but you know, 100K was the dream. But I mean, 69,000 was pretty sweet, you know. So Alice, Bitcoin breaks out of that channel though. This is how you take advantage of the Bitcoin move. And see, the thing is, everyone wants it to be 100% easy when it's time to get in. Oh, I want to get in. It's never easy. It's always up and down. Like if people get in tonight and major gains happen tomorrow morning, to the fortune favors the brave. To the brave, to the people that went in when the market was given some up and down market, you know. So there's never going to be this perfect, hey, it's time for you to get in right now. It's so nice and easy. That's what beginners want. That's what people want. They want this like, oh, this is, I'm going to learn and learn. And even after my years of trading, there's never this like, I mean, there's windows and there's alerts, and I know way more than I do now. And it's way less difficult, right? And I know exactly when I want to sell, exactly when I want to get into certain things. I look for bottoms, I look for tops, I watch for divergences and spacing. And I mean, it's second nature for me to get out of a trade and where I want to get out now. And it took a long time for me to perfect that idea. But at the same time, there's never an exact moment where I'm just like, oh, there are some days where I'm just like, this looks easy. Like tonight looks like 2 or 3 days ago, it just looked like it was like everything was like when Ethereum Classic was going to pump and I talked about it on ATB, I was like, this thing looks like it's going to fly. Like you could just see it. You know what I'm saying? It had the je ne sais quoi. It was tight in the channel. Everything was going for it. Just getting oversold in the 4 hour near the bottom of the channel. And we're going to get to all the super chats, please. Thank you so much. I must have missed a big one. I'm trying to find out where it came from here. Let's backtrack here on the super chat. Sorry, I used to be able to go over them all the time. Now sometimes I don't even hear the name. PYR, OP, and SWINGBY. Oh, yeah, those are two hots. I appreciate you guys. Those are coins I would like to go over myself. So thank you. 199. Shout out to Love Learning. Shout out to Stanford Mine. Thank you so much for giving Love Learning a shout out. She's the best. She is the best. Hey, Sunday evening lifer. What is the best way for me to contact you or your wife for the class? Hit the like for the GOAT. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Cryptolifers@gmail. Tether transfer from an unknown wallet to Binance. That's big money right there. Someone wants to buy something big. SWINGBY. Zach Sanchez. Thoughts on SWINGBY, please? Thank you for the 333 from my man, Zach Sanchez. You're the man, dude. Shout out to East Jordan, Gina Bombina, Calder Ronster, and everybody here on the live. Shout out to Wrench Throwing 3 Hour Egg. My man, you're funny. Shout out to Wrench throwing 3-hour egg. I'm trying to find all these. Always clone with your left hand. No, never clone alone, though. I don't know about the left hand. So I don't know how we got to look like we had $100. $92.52. $94.49. Shout out to the 600 people watching. 535 likes. Can we keep those likes pumping so we get to 700 people on the live, 800 people on a Sunday night? That would be absolutely amazing. All right. So I'm not calling bullish. And some days I come out and I'm like, I'm bullish right now. Like yesterday I did that. And what happened? We pumped last night, right? Tonight I'm not doing that. Tonight I'm like, I don't know. There's some indecision. I got to look at the 7. I got to look at this. And I'm going to look, update my group maybe at 5 in the morning, maybe at 4 in the morning. When I get an update and I see something needs to change, I will update the group. However, every single Sunday night, we go over Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. We look at the S&P futures. And we look at what's going to come around for us the next morning. So we are not blindsided by Monday morning. It's a great live stream because it really gets you ready for the week ahead. Okay. Is that Pawn? No, I was about to say Pawn making a move. Look at RLC getting gains. We talked about this. I talked about it bouncing off this golden pocket 618. It went to the 706. Perfect entry. From the 706, a little lower, it's up 95%. But we put out RLC. If you remember, I don't know if anyone remembers this one. We put out a lot of stuff, so I can see how people forget. RLC. Let's see here. And you can see me putting out RLC. And I said, see, most of my trades hit. Some just take some time. This is on 810. Like RLC, but the target hit and case closed. Like, this one took a while. I put it out and went sideways, sideways, sideways. Boom. 79% gains. All right. And that must have been, hold up. That must have been this spike here. So I didn't put it out again. I can't claim this gain. Or maybe, wait, was that the first? Yeah, maybe, hold up. Yeah, 8-10, August 10th. Yeah, bang. So we banged it and that went sideways. But we did hit this RLC move for massive gains. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have taken that or just taken the idea and then put their own TA on it. Or were just reminded by it and then did their own thing. You know, that's another thing about the trading group. Trading groups, we're not a signals group. We're not telling you what to buy or sell ever. We don't do that. But you might come home from work and not have anything, not remember anything and then be like, oh yes, I was looking at sand yesterday. Or you might have setups waiting and you just might not remember. And then I might be like, yo, I'm looking at KuCoin shares tonight. And you're like, oh yeah, my setup. I might just remind you to look at your own setup. Someone in the group might just keep you going, might just upgrade you, Now, you're seeing a lot of coins that want to make a move out of this rising wedge. You're seeing progression. This is how progression begins. Like, this is how it would start. This is hungriness. So you see ABBC up major gains, like 100% in the next, I don't know, week or two. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. 108% gains for ABBC on this low 4 hour. Could start this momentum. Boost it through the move. Flip the daily. Keep it pushing. Get a bullish retest and continue to the pump. Definitely thoughts on a balcony for sure. We take a GMT. Shout out to Mac Miller. Thoughts up on a balcony, man. RIP to Mac Miller. So sorry. We lost such a young kid with such a talent. And he was on his way to big things, man. He was going to be Eminem. He had so much going for him. Really sad. I watched a video the other day about his dad. And, his dad was like, they finally caught the guy. And, I actually pieced together exactly what happened to him. He ended up taking fake. I don't want to get into it too much, but he took faint. He took fake. He thought he was getting some, some painkiller or whatever, and ended up being laced with fentanyl. And the people that gave it to him knew it too. They knew the batch was dirty and they didn't care. And so he thought he was just going to take something that he took all the time, and he never woke up. Like, could happen to anybody. Almost wasn't even as bad as you thought it was when you really think about it. It could happen to anybody. And shout out to all the young people out there. Stay away from drugs and alcohol. Does nothing for you. Find a good group of people that are positive, full of light, love, and happiness, and stay with them for the rest of your life. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to go down that dark road. It's such a hard road back up. I'm telling you right now. And, yeah, so daily high again here, and see GMT 3L looks like a good pump on the 4 hour, but the daily's treacherous. So like Phantom 3L pump came back inside the pattern. See. Anyway, let's go back into the super chats. So it's a sketchy day. You're not gonna I'm not gonna be like, oh, this, that, and that. Can you check out Doge when you get a minute? Dogecoin. Shout out to Jesse Williams for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much for you and yours. And that must have brought me over $100, $104. Thank you so much for the love, each and every one of you. Man, I greatly appreciate you all. Then we get a little bit of a pump here, Bitcoin. Short squeeze, and that's why we always have BOOKMAP on deck for you too as well. And the short squeeze continues. Look at that. 44,000 in liquidations right there. And now we're getting some more sell orders kind of getting stacked up in here. It's interesting. ABBC and a flag on the 1 hour appears to have some divergence. I mean, that thing pumped hard recently. See that M on the 7 though? You saw that M on the 7? Pretty sketchy. But look at that. I mean, I see what you're saying here. Look at this. I mean, consolidating nicely. Needs to come down a little bit on the 1 hour. We saw that M on the 7. But that measured move is just down to the bottom of the pattern. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. 15 minutes very oversold and getting tight. That's interesting. You have swing up to swing up and a bit of a swing down slightly. That's hidden bullish divergence. Everything's looking good, but you know, it is, you're probably high. Yeah, you're getting overbought on the daily time frame. Look, the daily is just what you really want to do, in my humble opinion. Unless we go some parabolicness where the whole market just completely is a rip, which could happen. But you pull a Fibonacci here, and this should come back down to the 618, really, before you look at it again. And the daily should reset. So if you decide to trade this pennant here on the 4 hour, which could pump, just know that you're fighting that daily. And the 1 hour is high too. Okay. 50-minute could pump. So yes, it could pump. And I may even post it to the group. Sometimes I do, but you have to understand that there's a high likelihood that you never get back above resistance and that daily is looming. Or you might get here and boom, in and out. You know what I'm saying? In and out. So be careful because the daily's not in your favor, but it looks beautiful. Like if I didn't know the daily was like that, I mean, if the daily was low, oh man, I'd be even all over this. But there's a chance that even with the low daily, that this thing pumps to the upside. Look how beautiful the channel looks. I mean, I will post it, but with caution. With caution. And that's a nice bull pennant. But the 1 hour and the daily both kind of not in your favor. So if you take this trade, it's just like, it's high risk, you know. Could be better trades out there. But again, tomorrow morning we'll see it fly up. That's why it's like I almost don't want to let it go, but you never know. Tether dominance make it an M here on the 15-minute, just like Bitcoin just made the double bottom. So you can see that was Bitcoin in a nutshell right there. Bitcoin did this exact, look, that's an Adam and Eve kind of, or an Eve and Adam. But look, tether dominance not getting above this resistance and dumping to the downside. That's a good sign for Bitcoin, right? And the altcoins, everything in the market, we want to see tether dominance not get above these resistances and dump. That's what we want. And look at this now. It's just heating. It is heading downward, but it keeps hitting resistance and trending to the downside. Look at the 4 hour now for tether dominance getting overbought, and it couldn't get above resistance. It just keeps losing. It just keeps bleeding. So people just keep going further into the alts. Tether keeps getting printed, and people keep getting into the altcoins. So it is what it is. Do you cover the software and programs you use in your beginner's class? I use KuCoin on my phone and have had success, especially after tuning in here a few weeks. But I want to upgrade myself. We do slightly, but I have a free, you know what's crazy? People don't even realize. If you join my server right now, which the link is in the description of my video, all my videos. And I'll see if I just hit close right now, and they want me to hit that, but I won't. And I'll just go right here. Look, join the trading group. Okay. And I'll post this to the comment section here, the live comments. And then I will also pin that. Bang. PYR, Ops, SWINGBY, Doge, and Quant. We'll take a look at those too as well. You could join the free server, and when you're in the free server, check this out. Once you join the free server, you'll have access to my Discord, and you'll be able to go in there, okay? And you'll be able to go to the Lifer Bootcamp, and this explains exactly what software I'm using and how to use it, all for free. This is free. 4 videos that are in-depth, awesome. People will probably pay, charge you for this. We do not. So jump on into that bootcamp. That bootcamp is free. You get an idea of how I teach, what I go over. Then you can even see what's in the Discord and what you get out of the Discord. This video is great. If anyone's on the fence of like, why would I join the Discord? We tell you exactly what's in it and exactly kind of how you would navigate it, what you can get out of it. So jump on into that. That'll blow your mind. Shout out to everybody here. 573 likes. Thank you so much. $131 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for all of you coming on into the live. Thank you so much. So, yeah, and I just wanted to post that link into the comments again. So, yeah, check it out. Check that video out and watch what you get out of the Discord. That will blow your mind. As soon as I get here late, I hit the like button, folks. Thank you so much. Shiba Inu went parabolic, up 36% in the last 24 hours. I know, I heard Shiba's been pumping. I didn't look at it for some reason. It's like a guilty pleasure. I want to check it out now. Travel had a nice gain of 13%. Let's take a look at SHIB. Man, my crew is so fast on those dudes, like, they don't have a chance. Shiba Inu, baby. Wow. And look, we actually had it here, SHIB. And I talked about SHIB being tight in a channel here. And my measured move was 47% gains. It went right above it. You'd be like, no. Dude, if it walks and it talks, we have a chart on it. We chart like hundreds of coins a day. I'm telling you right now. SHIB. Someone asked me about it on the live, I'm sure, and I went over it. That's what happens. You can go see the timestamps. SHIB, baby, SHIB. About to do damage. Funny. We've been trading SHIB on and off, but look at that, man. To the target, Shiba Inu. And it almost looked like I had an alert system on SHIB. Put an alert on SHIB. Trying to see when someone asked me about SHIB. It would have been on somewhere right around here. Look, on 8.4, 8.5. I like to track these down. People, I know you guys probably don't like to watch me track these down. 5 days ago. Today is the 14th. So that would have to be 10 days ago that I went over SHIB. Watch this. I love doing this, but show me Shibby. Where are you, Shibby? It's got to be here somewhere. Sushi, Flow. Go back 11 days. That's when Gina said I smelled nice. See, I remember that, Gina. Dang. All right, I'll give up on this, but I'm like, come on, show me Shibby. I have so much faith in my team. I believe it's in there. Whatever, I'm going to waste time. My OCD's kicking in now. I'll do one more 9 day ago. Show me Shibby, though. I know I did SHIB at one point. Alright, I'll give up on it. But someone could find it. Using my team does this for me. Sean, if you can find it, let me know if you're watching. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Okay. All right, whatever. I'm giving up on that. I probably beat the... No, we're all right. 607 people. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. So Tether dominance getting rejected by the 4-hour and about to dump. That's very good for Bitcoin. It's a good sign. All right. Let's look at the dollar index, too. Things that you have to look at that you may be afraid to look at because they give you too much facts, and you don't want to know the facts. You got to know the facts. So look at here. We talked about this being a parabola to the upside and breaking on out. And now the 4-hour wants to do dirty damage. It wants to do dirty dancing like Patrick Swayze here. Look at that. Thank you so much for what you did today, babe. I can think so clearly right now. My head would be so messed up. I'd be like, what's going on with my monkeys? So look at this. I mean, sorry about that. So I mean, see how it broke back into the flag. Now the flag's ready to go again. Can even still put it in this little flag here, but this thing is ready to rock. I mean, total market cap wants to rip to 1.2 trillion on the 4-hour time frame and continue on this parabola to the upside. Then it can consolidate again and we could break out. I mean, that's a bullish sign. The Dow Jones bullishly pushed up to the place where I said it would. It's at rejection points. 1 hour's a little high though. Look, my man got it. My team got it. He said August 5th on the live. You brought up Shiba Inu. Let me see here. I was so early on it. SHIB SuperChat. This is hilarious. Thank you so much, Sean. You're the man, dude. I don't know how he did it that fast, but he's out of his mind. Amazing. Maybe copy pastes the timestamps and he searched one and was able to tell him what time he did it on, and he keeps like documents. Who knows what he did, but Sean, you're the man, dude. Let's see if that'll load in a second. I'll let it sit. I don't know if it will though. We use a lot of bandwidth on the way out, not a lot coming in, you know. Keep hitting this button accidentally. How about I cut that one off? There we go here. It's coming in here. Look at me with the extra button there. What am I? Patrick Swayze. A second Swayze reference. But I mean, the Dow's going to pull back a little bit. 1 hour's got momentum though, but I mean, SHIB. Look, we had it in this company. Here it is. It's starting to flag out. Yes, the 4 hours not enough. Where are we? Whatever. That was too long ago anyway. I'm not going to call that. It is what it is. I was curious. I was more curious than anything else. The dollar index, we talked about this thing. Resistance, 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 and breaking to the downside. Beautiful. Then remember I even suggested that it was in a shoulder. Head at a shoulder. I haven't seen anyone bring this up but this channel. Dollar index in the head and shoulder pattern. It tended to break down. Now it's doing a bearish retest right there. Trying to get back in the pattern. I want to see an oversold, overbought 4 hour. I do. And we're at a resistance. That's a bearish retest for the dollar. Dump, baby, dump. I want to see the dollar come all the way down here. That will be bullish for Bitcoin. The head and shoulder will dump to the downside. We already breaking out of the rising wedge. We showed you the bearish divergence when it first showed up. We showed you bearish divergence on the 2-week chart. That's solid. So can the dollar index double the 4 hour? It's suggesting that it will. So that's some bullishness for Bitcoin as well going into Monday, as Bitcoin's about to pump to 24,500 and doing damage. Doing damage. Short squeezing, baby. Short squeeze orange juice late at night. Even though it hurts your stomach, you shouldn't drink it tonight. Look at 20,000 liquidated, 44,000, 50,000, 14,000, 100,000 liquidations and more on BOOKMAP, and we couldn't have done it without you, BOOKMAP. Thank you to Sachi, the founder of BOOKMAP. Thank you to Jeremy. Thank you to the whole team. Thank you to Bruce. We love you, Bruce Pringle. Like the Pringles chip. We love you, Bruce. Mr. Pringle. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in and being a part of my life and teaching me BOOKMAP, showing me BOOKMAP, and now I use it every single day to my advantage. Sign up to Global Plus. I have links in the description below so you yourself can be alone one night and you won't be duped by an oversold stochastic or an overbought stochastic. You'll understand what's going on. You'll be like, what? They're probably pinning the liquidations, and maybe I want to stay in this trade until I see them all get banged out. And look, this is the boom up right there to the upside. Look, the inverted head and shoulder, bit of a double bottom here. And look, that was a double bottom, and the measured move was the length of the middle here, and that's kind of your measured move there. However, like I said before, this is all nil if we can't get above 24,500. It's just a quick short squeeze, bear trap, and really a bull trap, and really we don't get anywhere in the smaller time frames. However, it's better than dumping to the downside. So we did defend 24,000 so far. 24,000 was defended today. They tried to break 24K all day. They were unable to. The bears were unable to. So it is signs of bullishness, but I'm a skeptical guy, and Bitcoin has to show me something. We got to get back above 24,005, 24,008 even, and then even here, back to 25,000 for me to feel ever comfortable about Bitcoin at all. All right. Let's get back into the chat. Let's get back into everybody. Let's mix and match with all my beautiful people out here on the live. Thank you so much for coming on in. Crypto Kirby is finally bullish, folks, even though he's always a bear. Crypto Kirby. I listened to that dude for one time and I almost threw up in my mouth. Whatever. I don't want to talk about anyone ever again. I love everybody. They're all the best. But do I have to like everybody? Crypto Kirby. I can't believe it. I just saw one day. I'm like, oh, I see a YouTuber. I see a thumbnail. Comes and goes, I have to hear it. And then I'm like, although one day he made a mistake and he said, I made a big mistake. And he said, yeah, I didn't call it right. And I actually respected him for that. So I was like, So whatever, man. It's cool. So look, Vulcan Forge. Someone asked me about Vulcan Forge. Just a beautiful tight channel and it would pump nicely. Right? Up about 30%. Look at that. So we already took it. Came back down and dumped here. But look, it's trying to do the Bitcoin. Like hold the zone that Bitcoin held. I see bullish divergence strong on the 15-minute. Very strong. See that? Highly likely that's going to be your bottom. And the 1 hour wants to pump to the upside out of this falling wedge. See that? Kind of a cup and handle if you want, but it is a falling wedge. With bullish divergence. Measured move would take you up about 24% for Vulcan Forge. Alright. 4 hours also oversold. I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a bit of a pump here. However, it's volatile and anything could happen. You broke back inside the ascending triangle. It would have been nice if you stayed above it. You're back inside. Can you pump back out of it again? Interesting course of events. Possibly 24% coming out of Vulcan Forge. Let's take a look at optimism, right? And I'm just looking at it on the 4 hour time frame in this cup and handle. Looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. Now it could go lower and bounce off this low liquidity zone. But look, there's some bullish divergence here on the 4 hour now. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. Tells me this thing could do some serious damage. So 134%. It's on my radar. I also like it because it's very oversold on the daily. Now, not everything is. That's a big sign. I like that. Look, I also see hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. Tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. Hidden bullish on op. 4 hours oversold. 1 hour went up with momentum, but going sideways. Doesn't have a lot. It's kind of doing its thing, and it could dump. Trust me, no matter how good something looks, at any moment in time, Bitcoin could dump on you and take it to the downside. I want you to understand these concepts. I know I hit a lot of targets. I know I hit a lot of gains. I know I post this, post that. I know we look at a lot of stuff on the channel, but you have to be open-minded at all times. That's what I want you to understand the most. To be open-minded at all times. So this looks good. 4 hours oversold on the... It's oversold in the 4 hour and the daily. However, the 1 hour is not in my entry zone. So I don't enter these until the 1 hour fits into my sweet spot. And right now, the 1 hour just isn't there. But I have up on the radar for the crew. They're looking at it. All right. They just pushed in affiliate links. Come on. They don't even trade at all. I'm feeling tonight. You feeling tonight? Take a look at Doge, Sammy. They're just crypto clowns trying to pull a SHIB. Oh, no need to worry about anyone else. You're in the right place. You're in the right spot at the right moment of your life. A dingo ate Satoshis. Yeah, he is. A dingo ate my Satoshi. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, like Bitcoin ripping pretty good. If the S&P 500 flips green, we're cruising. Silenced. 24,500. Hey, man, we got to break above it and hold it tonight. 24,500 for Bitcoin, baby. Joined the group a few days ago. Group has been amazing. Everyone contemplating to join, just do it. The money will come right back. I'm already in the green. Kyle, can you put that in the testimonial? We got a lot of testimonials here. They're awesome to read. People are dropping them left and right. And you can join them. You can add them for free right here. Have you noticed that the majority of society all around the world is going off the rails with hate and selfishness at every turn? Have you ever wondered where all the rational people who can get along, even with different viewpoints, went? I know where they went. They joined the 99. What are you waiting for? Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Bottom line, sir, learning from you and my wins as well as my confidence have increased exponentially. Thank you from the heart. You're an extraordinary person. Love you, man. Freaking love that tie, brother. You know, I love that, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and I love it. And watching this short liquidation. We're battling 24.5. That's going to be our resistance. It looks like we're going to struggle there because the 50 minutes getting high with not a lot of momentum. All right. Good morning in Dubai, almost 6 a.m. Have a great week. Start off your morning, baby, with the cryptolifer in Dubai at 6 a.m. I'll be there. Let's take a look at SWINGBY, DOGE, Quant, GALA, and FLUX. Woo! That's a hot list, right? That could probably get you. You never know. I don't know where that would get you, but you know what I mean. Might get me somewhere one day. Just those coins alone. SWINGBY, DOGE, Quant, GALA, and FLUX. So we talked about SWINGBY. And of course, you know, Bitcoin's going to mess with it with that little dump. But to me, it's still beautifully in the channel. Has not done anything. We already took it from here. We took it for 40% gains. You remember, this was a cup and handle on the smaller channel. We took SWINGBY earlier from here. From there, boomed up. So we already traded SWINGBY. But we seem to be obsessed. We want more. The daily's low. The 4 hours oversold. The 1 hour's ready to go. The 15-minute needs to reset. So, again, if Bitcoin can hold its own and not crush our spirits, SWINGBY looks beautiful on the 4-hour time frame. And it's holding the bottom channel here. Slight hidden, there's hidden bullish divergence forming now. You got swing up to swing up. You got swing down to swing down on the RSI. So you have hidden bullish on SWINGBY. Tells me that, you know, very, very likely it could pump. However, remember, Bitcoin could get rejected by 25 and dumped to the downside. I always want to leave a caveat disclaimer. It looks good, but 68% chance, but I like this because, but Bitcoin could dump on your face. You never know. So I still like SWINGBY. 68% chance it's going to break up. It looks pretty good. There's high odds this will play out, but you must be careful. Anything is possible. But SWINGBY is still on the radar for sure. And there's a lot of coins that I posted that may need a slight adjustment or actually are still in the pattern too. In the last 2-3 days, I posted a lot of coins, so you just want to check out what I posted. Go over the list. Write it down. SWINGBY, baby, SWINGBY. Oversold in the 4 hour and the daily. See, that's... And it's already done some damage. So, SWINGBY's definitely on the radar for sure. Thank you so much for the super chats. I appreciate each and every one of you. You want a wrench, you got to work for it. cryptolifer quote. Yeah, baby. Thank you for the lovely 611 likes today. You are the best, Lifer fam. Thank you. And subscribe. I only watch ATB anymore. You're funny. Check RSI indicator. That 21 MA crossing the 300 MA on Bitcoin 50-minute is doing work, baby. There you go, man. Shout out to Kevin Baker. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. That little doggy Doge. I just always think about this waiter who was like, oh, Doge, I had some little Dogecoin. Doge pumping out of this ascending triangle to the upside. Bit of a rising wedge too as well. Parabolic city, baby. That's how it starts. However, the 4 hours oversold, but that's okay. Make a flag here, see if it stays in the flag, and this thing may continue to go to the upside. Dogecoin will keep you updated. That's how I would look at it. Touching the 21-day moving average and continue to the upside. Bit of a cup and handle there possible for Doge. It also made it above this nice POC, and now it has support at about 7 cents. Doge ain't doing too bad at 8 cents, baby. Still holding big. Even though we may have went into a bear market, Doge is still holding its own compared to where it was before. You know, Shout out to East Jordan holding down the super chat. You're the man, dude. Thank you so much, man. Put back your video testimonial, man, if you can. It's sad to me. That thing was beautiful. So let's look at Quant taking a massive jump to the downside. So look, how could we have avoided this, or why, what was going on? Were we high on the daily? We were. See, Quant was very overbought on the daily time frame. So, and just like I showed you, so something can look really nice on the 4 hour. It can really look, this is just like, what did we just post? ABBC, right? It can look so beautiful. Like, it can look like it, see, this is ABC looks like this. The 1 hour looked good. The 4 hour looked good, right? But it was even in a kind of a shoulder, head and a shoulder there. But the daily was overbought. You get it? High in the RSI, high in the stochastics, and you dumped. So when you trade against a high daily, especially when it's away from the 21-day moving average, you're playing with fire. Okay? So Quant looked good, but it didn't make the bacon. All right? So that's why I just posted ABBC, and honestly, I may not touch ABBC because of the daily. However, it may pump tomorrow. You never know. I've done both. Depends on what the market looks like. It depends on how I'm feeling. There's, for the most part, you do the smartest thing. A beginner should just stay away from it if the daily's high. Period. In my humble opinion. But again, you got to do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell anyone what to do. I can suggest what I do, and it is what it is. Quant could flip from here to the upside and go parabolic, though. It's a big level for it. It needs to hold for sure. It does have some support because it bounced here in this area before. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Bounce, SR flip for Quant. I could see it flipping at any moment in time. 4 hours finally ready to go. Could be the sweet spot for Quant, to be honest. Some hidden bullish divergence too on the 4 hour because look, that's swing up to swing up. But it swings to the downside here. And it's ugly hood and it's very strange, but it still is hidden bullish. That tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. That's interesting. For sure, that's interesting. I didn't even expect to say that, so that's weird, Could it be in this broadening wedge, see? It's overbought here. So Quant's just like Bitcoin and the 24.5. And Bitcoin is at 24,540. The short squeeze is continuing on BOOKMAP. That was our last one, but they're still pushing. They might get one more squeeze here. They did flip liquidity now. Look at that. They flipped more liquidity to 25,000. They shifted. It was redder here at the beginning of the live, but they've shifted liquidity to 25K. You see that? So now it's more likely we do go to 25,000, you see, based on how much heat is up here. So they saw more shorts up there, then they saw some sells. So it looks like we're going to 25,000 tonight, and we will break above 24,500, which is kind of my area. The double bottom here on Quant could push us to the upside on the 15. However, the 50-minute is a little overbought there. All right. You do see some bullish divergence there. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being your bottom pump for Quant. But again, even if I live bought this right now, it wouldn't matter unless you live bought it, right? So whatever I do, really, everyone else wants to know, what's your win rate? What do you do? And I'm thinking, it's cool. I don't mind sharing here and there for fun and to talk about, just being a trader and showing trader clout and all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, whatever I do really matters nil. Just like whatever. If you hit for huge gains tomorrow, do I hit for huge gains? No, I don't. Do you struggle trading too much at the beginning? Did you struggle trading too much in the beginning and have to take breaks for days to keep yourself from doing too much and making a mistake? Oh, all the time. All the time. I had to take 6 months off. I've been trading for 15 years, man. It's been hell and high water, right? Thank God I hit so many gains and so many bull runs that cleaned up a lot of the pain. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Then I learned how to short. I learned how to take advantage of the market either way. BTC is already at 24,500. It's at 24,540, my man. You're behind the ball. 547, actually. Bite the like button's ears off, just like my man did, Joshua Carrera, write the script on, or hire some cheap writers. Wow, baby SHIB on the super rocket. Baby SHIB, I don't even want to talk about that. Unless you're saying baby SHIB, baby. Thoughts on XMR? I had a bunch of upgrades recently, and with all the drama with Tornado Cash, I feel like XMR is primed to pump. Can you take a look at it, please? Send it to the super chat, my man, please. It would be greatly appreciated. Because you're kind of undermining the people that did when you ask a question and don't send it in the super chat. It's kind of like why, you know, like why do they send in, you know, like, anyway. So GALA was in this tight channel. We talked about it possibly making a flag and then pumping out of the flag. It did that. It did that. GALA for gains. Not too shabby. Pretty good gains. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. 4 hours getting a little oversold in indecisiveness. Let's look at the daily. Daily's a little high, but it could be the anomaly like Bitcoin and everything just flies. So you had this resistance where you just made a higher candle, which is nice. So you made a higher high on GALA. It's back at 7 cents. Look at that beautiful double bottom at 4 cents. Pretty sweet. We're in a bit of a rising wedge for GALA that could break down 68% of the time and bounce here. And you are right at this resistance node. See, bounce, resistance. So that's tough for me, to be honest, because there's like a 68% chance you come back to this POC and bounce off of 5 cents. I'd wait for it to break out and make a bounce here. So, like, I wouldn't trade it unless I got in on the retest here. You see? So, it just sketch. That, to me, that's a sketchy place to enter. You have heavy bearish divergence here, too, on the 30-minute. Swing up to swing up, with sharp swinging down. Bitcoin at 24,549. My boy Palmetto Nick, SC Rep, 843 in the building. IU 803, 842, bro, 843. Thank you for the lovely 626 lifer likes. You are the best, lifer fam. Shout out to everybody here. 625 likes, 593 people on the live, $141 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Thank you so much. So GALA looks a little sketch to me. I'd watch it on that daily time frame. And to me, the best play would be to wait for it to pump out of the channel. You know, I wouldn't chase the green pump. I'd be taking profits right now, personally. Bearish divergence in the 1 hour as well. But it could defy that and just pump hard. It's all on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin decides to pump, then GALA will pump. You see what I'm saying? This whole market is stuck on BTC. Let's take a look at Engine Coin. I like Engine. Looking for the retest here at the bottom of the channel. 1 hour's ready to move. 4 hours ready to move. Daily's flipping up. Engine could pump hard, just like my man suggested. We talked about it. We're looking for the retest for Engine. I pointed it out to my crew, and it's on my radar. Engine. I believe I did post it. Let me just double check, though. I put out so much stuff, sometimes I don't even remember what I did. Did I not put out Engine? Yeah, today, Engine, watching Engine for the retest. Today at 9:28 in the morning. Yeah, so I'm all over it. Thank you, my man. Appreciate everything you do. Shout out to all the lifers. Shout out to Eat, Sleep, Boost, Jim. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You're the man. Much respect to you and yours. Hiya, Boots. Eat, Sleep, Boost, Jim. Hiya, Boot. Oh, she called you Boots. She loves she likes the boots, you know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you. Let's take a look at Flux, baby. Flux. Held above a bean. That's a big deal, right? Pumped hard and consolidated. Look at that. We even called that little flag and it pumped. That flag pumped. So even my little idea here, how much was that? Bang, 17% gains on that flag that I called. Come on, man. We gave you 98% gains out of Flux when I first put it out. Flux for massive gains. And honestly, they locked up so many coins. If you looked at my tweet about Flux, I tweeted about it before it pumped. I mean, I called out exactly why it was going to pump mathematically. I said, I mean, they locked up 100 mil. I said, when you find out they locked up that many coins, it's supply and demand. Like, it's going to pump. And what happened to Flux? It pumped from 30 cents when we first looking at it, 60 cents. We even looked at it down here at 30 cents, 46 cents. And it bottomed. Where would Flux finally bottom at at about 38 cents. It's already up about almost a 3x. Pretty crazy, right? And it did go all the way to 119. 124 would have been, right? So look at consolidating nicely. Let's take a look at it on the 4-hour time frame. Very oversold, about to touch the 21-day moving average. Flux just may be the party that just continues to go. Daily very oversold, but because of the economics with this, things could happen. I mean, you'd be looking for a dump back to the 618 here. So the conservative trader doesn't touch Flux and lets it go and says, I will touch it when it maybe comes back down here. However, it is getting above the 200-day moving average. And if it stays above that, that could be the beginning of a move, just like Bitcoin. Look how it got above the 200 here on the 4-hour. That's the beginning of a bull run. That's when things really start to pay off. And that really was your bottom. And then once you got above that, so you want to see the same movement for Bitcoin. You want to see Bitcoin start doing this, getting away from the 4-hour and making its move. So Flux should come back on the daily time frame, but it has such a buzz, I wouldn't be surprised if it still got a pump. But there's high risk now involved. It doesn't have a low daily, 37% gains. We took it for 97 already, and I've already sold off a good amount of my position. So you never know. You do whatever makes you happy. Flux could pump up 37%. The daily's overbought. So it's kind of like ABBC, and it's kind of very similar to what coin we talked about that looked nice, but we had to watch it. I forget at the moment, but there was a coin that was high on the daily but looked pretty good. Was it Optim? No, was it Op? No, it wasn't Op. It was I can't remember at the time, but you guys might remember for me. Just be careful when you're high on that daily time frame. Lifer, do you still hold Elon? No, I do not. I sold it off. Super's all clear, and I will record a new test for you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. You're the man. Can we look at CELR? We kind of already did, Tori. We talked about you like twice on the live stream. How dare you come late and then ask about CELR when you were like the star of the show at the beginning? Man. Yeah, we talked about you, man. We were like, Tori every day talks about CELR. We went over it in depth too. It was like your day. It was CELR night, man. You were the star of the show. You didn't have patience for Doge Elon Mars. Elon, I do though. No, I don't have patience, man. I might get back in though. Why do you sell Elon? It runs after Shiba. I sold it a long time ago. Shout out to all them. I sold it when it was way at like 8,000. It's down to 3,000 now. Shout out to all the mods and all the big man himself. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad I found this group. Shout out to Kevin Baker. Thank you. Banger618. That's the one. How dare you? Destroyed my entire childhood. You're funny. Bitcoin back on the 4-hour wedge, baby. Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is. And then now we're at 650, baby. That's a big move. Look at that. That's huge. Look at that. We're that's a short squeeze and a half. Look at they just liquidized. And I told you we were going to 25K when I saw the liquidity go up here. BOOKMAP told us where price was going. It's kind of a cheat sheet, everyone. I told you what we were going to do. I said, oh, we're going up, baby. Bitcoin gonna go up. All right, Bitcoin gonna go up, man. Look at that short squeeze. Yes. Yes. But just be careful for the volatility tonight. Don't get too happy. But this is nice. This is nice. And now my 24.5 that I said had a break is breaking. Look at the size. Look at the size of that green candle, boy. Babe, they pumped it hard, babe. Yeah, they did. They pumped it hard for Sammy Cup in Handy. Sorry, the kids are sleeping, right? I don't care. I don't care if the kids are sleeping, babe. I don't care. I'm going to wake those kids up. I'm going to yell and scream and do me on my channel because I'm the lifer. And you can't tell me what to do on my show. I'm in the doghouse for the rest of the night. Why don't you come and reprimand me in front of everybody live? Show us who's boss. You won't. You won't show up on this live because you shook of the lifers. You shook. You a shook one. A bunch of guys that get pushed around by their wives are like, he's my hero right now. Oh, man. What a beautiful move for Bitcoin. Short squeeze candles, baby. Short squeeze orange juice. Also, the 1 hour was low and the 15-minute was low. I was suggesting earlier today we would get a pump to the upside. Rising wedges break up. Look, my measured move hit. Look, I drew this inverted head and shoulder, and I said, there's my measured move to 26,229, and we got above it. It's a really good sign, too. There was a POC. There was a lot of resistance there. For the doghouse, shout out to Crypto Rambler for the $5 super chat that I got to put myself in. RIP Prodigy, I know, right? Mob Deep, man. So sad, man. Moment of silence for P, babe. Moment of silence for P, man. One of the greatest human beings on earth. Oh, man, he's definitely sleeping on the couch. I'm staying at my parents' house anyway, so, like, there is no couch to sleep on. Bitcoin's short squeezing. I almost don't want to leave. This is a beautiful pump for Bitcoin on a Sunday night. The volatility is beautiful. And we found the channel. We figured it out. We figured they were going to bring us to the bottom of the channel and pump us to the upside. We found the inverted head and shoulder. We showed you the measured move of that. Wow, we did it, baby. We did it. Wow, they short squeezed this too. And we found the short squeeze. And we called the liquidity zone because it got redder up at 25K. Remember, we saw it down here, and then the red disappeared and moved up here. And then when it happened, I said, everyone, and I did this with BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP just saved the day again. And honestly, BOOKMAP, the people at BOOKMAP, I swear, I must be selling more BOOKMAP subscriptions than ever, because every single day I'm showing everyone on live how the 15-minute oscillator got overbought and the 7-minute got overbought. And if you were just a simple trader, you would have been at resistance and you would have been like, but had you had the order book and had you seen this, you would have been able to make a common sense decision based on where the liquidity was likely to go. And that alone got us past the resistance at 24,005 and changed the game. So by using BOOKMAP in conjunction with my trading style, we're able to really get down and dirty here. And we called 25K, and now look, we're at 24,700 now and pumping with these massive green candles. We even showed you the shoulder, the head and the shoulder before it happened. It's not like we show you after the fact. We show you when it happened. We strive so hard to do this. Earlier today, all right, this channel had broken to the downside and everyone was, and I even said, this is likely a bearish trap, right? I said, but we'll take it level by level. But I said to my group, this looks like a bear trap to me because the 4 hour just looked too good. Get Flux, Sam, Dot, Soul, AVAX, Matic, next 24 hours. Which looks the best? Love, USD took off early today. What's your take on it? Where it is right now? I would stay away from something that pumped 243% in a day, my man. Babe, it's pumping hard is now replacing gains in my sleep as my ringtone. Babe, it's pumping hard again. There's a lot of sell orders on BOOKMAP. Yeah, but that's what they do to get the liquidity up there. You know? They'll sell 25K for sure. Rejection. That's the top of the channel right here. See? So we'll hit here and we'll come back down. I mean, and then we'll come back. Up, down, up, down. It'll be the game. 700 likes. Let's effing go. Thank you. Tori just started pumping. It's all different now. Asia, fake move Monday, baby. False move Monday. The crypto nightmares are gone now. Super chats, love. GMT is off to the town. Solana breaking out. Everything's going to start moving now. All the alts are going to fly, baby. And all those charts that I put out for the last 4 days are going to pump hard if Bitcoin pumps hard. Coincidence that Tori comes in and it pumps. Tori shows up and it pumps. Tori, we love you, bro. Nice move. So we're overbought on the 15 and the 7. That probably was our liquidation. That was it, you know. So now we can flag out, go sideways. So now we pump. We hit our measured move. Thanks for spreading the knowledge and helping lifers to financial freedom. I always ask everyone, Jordan or LeBron. It's Jordan every single time without even thinking about it. Come on, man. LeBron James, he didn't even come close to accomplishing what Michael Jordan did. He was never as deadly. He didn't have the vicious killer instinct. He kind of got soft at one point. So many times he took the big shot and he failed. So, I don't know, man. When Michael Jordan took the shot, he nailed it. Michael Jordan, to me, they may have both done amazing things. They both dedicated their lives to basketball. But if you were able to watch Michael Jordan for 1 hour and LeBron James for 1 hour, it was Michael Jordan, man. I also grew up in 1983. LeBron James is like what those kids wanted to believe in. And no offense against LeBron. I think he's an amazing person. I have such a connection to Michael Jordan. I grew up watching that dude. I believed in him. He was a hero to everyone that grew up in 1981 to 1985. Like, he was just, there was nothing greater than him. There was nothing better. It doesn't get better. I watched the documentary. Yeah, he was hard on his teammates. Yeah, he may not have been the best guy in some other parts of his life. But, man, he wanted the best. He wanted to go all the way, and he did it. And, you know, Michael Jordan for me every single time, man. Thank you so much for the $19 in Super Chats. I appreciate it. Do you think Luna C will go above a beam? I don't know, man. Jordan walked away to play baseball. Nah, LeBron is thumbs down, man. You're funny, man. Kobe or Jordan is such a harder question, honestly. I agree. I totally agree with what you just said. Jordan, then Kobe, then LeBron. Yeah, for sure. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. I'm the same way. I would have to do the same thing. Allen Iverson, to me, too, one of the greatest players on earth. I mean, people don't give him credit. He should be in the conversation, top 5, dead or alive, in my humble opinion. AI, baby. Larry B, though. I mean, there were so many amazing people. What about Mark Price? Nobody talks about Mark Price, but Mark Price was lit, dude. He really was. Dude had a dope 3%. Mark Price, man. He was lit. Yeah, he had my last name. I get it. But Mark Price was lit, dude. And he was only 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. William Mark Price, man, the dude was wet, though. How good was Mark Price, really? I mean, he was wet. He was wet. People don't realize how nice Mark Price was. Anyway, enough about Mark Price. All right. AI, step over. Y'all ride old nuts. You're funny. Mark Price probably couldn't play in the league now. I disagree, man. Don't start. Get out of here. Let's get back into crypto. $179.78 in Super Chats. 569 people on the live. 657 people giving them likes and the love, baby. And look at the short squeeze for Bitcoin. I want to go home, but I can't. Bitcoin at 24,700 on the way to 24K, 25K, baby. The short squeeze is on for Bitcoin on a Sunday night going into Monday. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I opened up that long. Remember, I opened up the long for Bitcoin live on the channel last night. Opened up a Bitcoin long. I said I'm long BTC, baby. I'm long BTC with 9 grand, too. Right? Just a nil. So. Bitcoin doing damage, though. That Jupe trade's annoying. I'm in San 3L too now. Sean Kemp leads the league in baby mamas. Sunday night Bitcoin, baby. LeBron cries more than D-flop. Yeah, funny, man. But look, the measured move. Look at that. This is cray-cray. I'm astonished. I love it. We were able to figure this out with BOOKMAP. Live on the camera here with everybody here. What a great time to be alive. Thank you for my trading group. Thank you to everyone here that shows support and love every single time we come live. Let me make sure I hit all these super chats. I think we got some more coming at us right now. Thanks for spreading the knowledge and helping the lifers to financial freedom. You're the best, PK. Appreciate you, brother. 333. Can't prove it more than this, Sam. Shout out to Gina Bombina. We love you. Bitcoin at 26K. Bitcoin at 25K, my man. He wants it. I miss Jeff Van Gundy being dragged around on the floor, man. You're funny, man. Luka Doncic is the new guy. Hey, Luka's amazing. One of the greatest teams. Kevin Garnett is... Yo, I think Durant might head to the Celtics. There's talks. Anyway. So, Bitcoin is high on the 15-minute. It's getting away from the 21-day moving average. Unless the short squeeze continues, I would be looking for a flag for the 15-minute This will be another cup and handle. I could see it continue to the upside. The measured move would blast it out of the flag, out of this area here to 25,275. That would be amazing. It looks like the DXY is going up. Yeah, it's going to go up on the 1 hour. Yeah, but the 50 minutes overbought right now. You know? Looks like you're about to double top. See that? You're overbought on the 15. Fine, the 1 hour does want to pump. I'll give you that. So you pump on the 1 hour out of this flag. And Bitcoin will pull back a little bit here. What we don't want to see is the dollar go higher than this resistance area. Let's take a look. We want to bearishly retest this hit. So we do want to pump. That's fine. But we want to bearishly retest and dump here. So that's what we're looking for. A bearish retest, a bit of an M pattern even, and a dump to the downside. We do not want to see the dollar get back above 105.76. No, wait. 106.06. All right. So we're going to be watching that closely tomorrow morning. We got to do an all-night crypto trucker show tonight. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. No all nights. Nuggets winning the chip with the 2x MVP. Watch old Barkley recently. What a powerful forward he was. He was amazing, man. He was huge, dude. ETH Bitcoin retesting and had a nice pump out of the rising wedge. I mean, rising wedges break up parabolically. That's huge. ETH broke up parabolic out of the rising wedge, bearishly retesting this resistance at 0.799. I mean, and we talked about this flag. I mean, that's very bullish for ETH. This is the ETHBTC pair. If this continues to rip, that's very bullish for the altcoins. Those Doge millionaires that kept their tokens and didn't take profits aren't millionaires anymore. Yeah, he was once. He got motivated to lose some pounds. Barkley was a beast. At Oklahoma is disgusted by Kevin Durant's actions. Oh, wow. My palms are wet from this pump. Ooh, that's nice. Sean Kemp, definitely unranked. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate all the basketball love, but let's get back to crypto. I'll do an NBA channel maybe 5 years from now. And we even talked about the S&P pumping to the upside. We showed you the measured move is here. We had to break 42.17, man. We've been all over this. Look at this cup and handle I had drawn. We called this bottom on the S&P right here. Bullish divergence. I mean, it's been quite a long road that we've been on. While the whole world's been telling us we've been bearish, I've just been doing my TA day in and day out and just nailing it. Every step of the way, one step at a time. So everyone, we're going to leave you here tonight with Bitcoin in this pump. The short squeeze could continue to 25K. I mean, that's kind of where the liquidity lies. Huge sell order here at 25,500 Bitcoins, 500. There's like basically 2,000 Bitcoins right here that want to get sold at about 25,000. So we're likely to come up here and get rejected or make a flag and pump. I'd like to make the flag, give us a better move back to the upside. The 4 hours just getting started, everybody, and it's already done a bullish engulfing candle. You can put that in there. I mean, that's huge. Huge. We want that 4 hour candle to close in 1 hour and 44 minutes solidly above 24,500. That would solidify a higher high above 24.5. And this shows this channel that I'm showing you is just consolidating nicely for Bitcoin. I'd watch the 15-minute in this flag. If it stays in a flag and makes a continuation flag or just continues to pump on the short squeeze, I would get BOOKMAP and watch BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP will continue to show you the squeeze continuing, and you'll watch the liquidations till you finally watch your last few liquidations with a bearish divergence on like a 7 or a 15. That's usually when it's over. And at that point, we'll probably be at the top here at resistance, right? And yeah, so I'll be watching Bitcoin on the 15 and a flag, or a rejection here back to the downside once the 1 hour gets overbought. All right. So that's my prediction for Bitcoin. I'm watching it in this flag, and I'll be back up tomorrow at 6 a.m. to complete the journey. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you are already doing the right thing. The weekend streams used to be not as big as the other at the daily, but now the weekend streams are pumping hard. We have started to make a big change here. I see something growing in the channel. Things are starting to move. So shout out to each and every one of you. I love you all. Love is the strongest frequency. I wake up every day extremely happy to be here, extremely excited for this opportunity to go over the charts each and every day for you. And I love you all. I hope you learned some good education. I hope you had some fun. We watched an inverted head and shoulder break to the upside tonight on the channel. We watched real TA play out in real time. We showed you real probability, and we nailed it. We actually showed you how to read an order book. We talked about short squeezes. You learned a lot tonight if you're a beginner. I am blowing your mind. If I was new when I saw this stream, my mind would never be the same. So you're lucky to be here. Shout out to each and every one of you. I love you all. Have a great night. And yeah, I'll see you on the next live stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats, because usually at the very end, sometimes I do. Not usually, but sometimes I do. This was awesome. Bye. Thank you, Swag Floss. Pray for global world peace and a super cycle altcoin season. That would be beautiful. Going to rewatch. Much love, fam. Shout out to Paul Menom and Nick. What just happened was amazing. What just happened was absolutely amazing. We just did damage again on this channel. I mean, another amazing channel. I never know what's going to happen when I show up here, and I'm amazed again with the outcome. Things were looking bearish, weren't they? But I stuck to my guns. I stuck to my measured move. I stuck to my ideas, and we played it correctly yet again to the upside. We weren't caught short, and were we? Did I say to short when I showed up? Was I short this morning? Did I call a short this morning when I did my update? When I made this Bitcoin update this morning, did I call a short? I did not, right? So, shout out to everybody. We're all up to 33,000 subscribers and counting. Come on, baby. 33,000 tomorrow on the live. We're going to hit my favorite number, 33. 33,000 subs, baby. I never thought I'd see the day, baby. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next live stream. Be safe. Crypto is life. And, you know, as I have you back here in the studio, I just want to say thank you. Gratitude is my attitude. I wake up, say thank you for my feet to go to the bathroom. Thank you for my children. Thank you for my life. Thank you for Bitcoin. I go to sleep saying the same things. I love you all. Thank you so much. You can, you will, you are the best. Don't let anyone tell you you can't change your life. Get away from someone if they don't believe in you. Form a strong bond of people around you that believe in you, that are positive, and you can do anything you put your mind to. If you're positive, you're going to attract positive people into your life, and you're going to form the best group of people. Stay away from drugs and alcohol. Push yourself to the limit. And I'm telling you right now, you won't believe where you end up. You just might find yourself a cryptolifer. Have a great night. Be safe.